Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Today. Two flights today. Yes, sir. Keeping with the theme from earlier today, we're going to do a full flight review on this here Bay 146-300. I have not flown this plane in a very long time. It is an amazing plane. I've been using it for months now. It is amazing. If you don't have this plane, you need to get it. It comes with tons of liveries, six different models. It's just amazing. Let me show you. Actually, let's back out of this and let me show you actually what it comes with. Welcome back, all my fine aviation enthusiast friends. Welcome back to the latest episode of the Airplane Show. You can call this episode whatever you want to call this episode. That's what this episode is called. Please like, please subscribe. That helps me out a lot. I actually fly the airplanes better with the more subscribers I get and the more likes that I get. So look at this. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 models that come with this plane. Now the QTs, those are like the higher, like it's like a private jet type deal. There's no real liveries that go with those. Here, I'll show you. It's actually quicker to do it back here on the world map. There, let me show you. Let me go through the airlines. So we have, I want to say I spent like 20 bucks on this thing, maybe 30, but it's been worth it. All right, so we got the Just Flight 100. That's got Air France, Air UK, Demonstrator, Dan Air London, Formula One in white and silver, Jersey European, PSA, and United Express. These all, this comes with, like, I didn't download extra liveries. These all come with it. Then we have the 146-100 CC2. That is just, we got the Royal Air Force Squadron. You know, 2 different liveries, modern and old. Then we have the 146-200. That comes with Air Cal, Canada Jazz, American Airlines, Cello, Cobham, Continental, Crossair, Jota, Qantas Link, Brussels, and US Air. Then we have the 200 QC. That comes with the Royal Air Force Squadron again, Titan Airways, TNT, which I don't know who the hell they are, and Just Flight in white. Then we have the QT. That comes with Ansett, Australia Cargo, Titan, TNT, and the white one again. Then the 146-300. That's got Aer Lingus, New Zealand, Ansett, Astra, British, Cobham, Eurowings, Flybe, and KLM UK. And then the last one is the 300 QT. That's got ASL, Australian, Jota, TNT, which, you know, I've never seen this TNT. Let me check this livery out, actually. I'm not familiar with TNT Airlines. Anybody know? Well, I don't think anybody's watching yet, but TNT Airlines. I wonder what that is. Let's see what it said on the side there. Actually, let me look it up real quick on my tablet. TNT Airlines. Oh, it's a Belgium airline. ASL, which is formerly TNT, is a Belgian cargo airline. Oh, that's interesting. I never knew that. Very interesting. All right, well, let's get back to... nope, not that one. Let's go back to 300. Let's put our Eurowings back on. There we go, Eurowings. And let's get to it. Let's get this thing fired up. Ramp 9, set as departure. I was thinking about leaving here, but these are all for large aircraft, but yeah, actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just leave from here, because I kind of want to see what the front of this building looks like. If you missed the episode earlier today, shame on you. Shame, shame, shame on you. We flew the hell out of that Hindenburg, man. That thing is that thing's got a lot of promise. That thing's got a lot of promise to. That was actually that was the first time I ever tried to land that thing. That was very interesting. Very fun. You know, certainly things that Red Wing needs to improve on with that, but if they want to ask me my opinion, I'll be more than happy to share what I think they need to fix on it, because it's quite a bit. But overall, it was really cool. Gibraltar. I always wanted to leave from this airport. It's got that huge rock behind it. What time it be? What time it be? 12:05 a.m. Let me just leave the lights on real quick. I want to take a look around here. There's that big old rock. There it is. Look at that rock. That is so dope. Imagine like living like around here and just having that like magnificent landmass right there. I mean, that is awesome. So cool. All right, well, here we are. Here we be. Let's go ahead and let's get some juice in this bird. Got this here tablet. Let's go to aircraft. Let's go to get some ground power going. Now, I always use the checklist with this thing because this airplane has, it's very unique with the way you got to start it up and what you got to do with dials and stuff like that. So, all right, let's do console, aft, and just a touch of flood. You know me, I always like setting the lights before I do really anything else. Panel, just a touch of flood. We'll set this a little bit later. That's our flight recorder. Well, it's actually already got it all there. It's got the day. We just didn't put the time yet that we're leaving. We'll plug that in when it comes time. You don't need to do that, but you know, let's try to keep it somewhat realistic, I guess, right? All right, panel lights, and just a touch of flood. I'm using my mouse. I'm just using the scroll wheel to scroll up and down on those. And let's hide this thing here. Where's that thing hidden at again? Right, this thing right here. And let's hide Mega Karen, Giga Chad. Let's hide theirs as well. All right, so as you can see, it's very old school style. Everything in here, which is nice. I kind of like it. It's a cool looking cockpit. It's got a FMC, but it's not. There's not a whole lot to do with it. So, all right, let's get Giga Chad rolling. Now, I usually like to use the evaluation mode because it makes me feel like to me it adds a touch of realism that somebody is like, you know, because there's always a pilot, co-pilot, you know, going back and forth with these checklists. So let's go ahead and do this.
Landing gear. Down. Weather radar.
Okay, it's off and 15 degrees up.
Off and 15 degrees up. Transponder. STBY.
Yep,
Air brake and flaps.
They're all
and
up.
up. No smoking signs.
Alright. Let's turn on... Actually, let's put our ground power on first because they don't ask us to do that. So let's put the ground power on first. So it never made sense to me to put the smoking signs on and the nav lights before you put the battery on.
On. NAV lights.
And again, I'm just using the mouse and the roller, you know, thing in the center to switch these.
Both on voltage checked. Parking brake. Yellow and park. Master switches.
Okay, let's turn all these on.
All on. Ground ignition. As required.
That's okay.
Anti-skid. On. Lift spoilers yellow and green. Both on. AC and DC bus tie. Both auto. Standby inverter. Arm. Standby generator. Arm. Generators 1 and 4. Both off / reset. Galley / shed switch. Galley. APU generator. On. Fuel pumps. Left inner on. Engine fire handles. All in. Ground test. Fire X5 and EXT. APU. Start. APU RPM and TGT.
Did I upset things? I think I did. I switched it off by accident. There we go. Yo! What's up, aviation? A 246? Well, it's a 146-200. At least I think. I mean, they got it. They got a 146-100, a 200, and a 300. What's good, my dude? What's happening? How's your weekend been?
Stable. APU air and packs. On. Landing gear indicators. 3 greens. MWS.
3 greens right here.
Tested and norm. Overhead annunciators. Tested and norm. Cabin emergency lights. Arm. Ground test. Smoke stall loop speed anti-skid rear bay flap and horn. DC pump. On yell brake press rise checked off. AC pump and PTU. On yell and GRN press rise checked off. Flight deck emergency lights. Arm. Yaw dampers.
Yaw dampeners are right here.
Both on. Oxygen masks.
Those I've never found those. I have never in my life found those.
100% flow checked.
But the oxygen is over here.
Oxygen main valve. On.
Alright, so that's the beginning there. Yeah, maybe. I might do a little giveaway when I get to 500. That'd be great. That's actually a good idea. I don't know what I'd give away, maybe a, you know, $50 gift card for Xbox or PlayStation. I don't know. We'll do something. All right, let's get our flight plan in here. Let's go back here. Let's go to... Oh, man, I didn't do this yet. Shit. Damn it. We might have to start this flight over again. And if Grease was here right now, he'd be like, it wouldn't be one of my streams if I didn't restart. Hang on, let me type this code in. This is my first time using this plane since the latest update. Actually, I haven't flown this plane since I got the X. So let me go into Navigraph and do this. That way we can have our charts. I did the thing for the flight plan, but I forgot to do this part, so sorry about that. Alright, Navigraph code. I do. Yep, I use SimBrief and Navigraph for pretty much everything. Yeah, it's a very easy system to use with Navigraph and SimBrief. Alright, TYS2. It's expensive, I think. I think I pay like 15 or 20 bucks a month for it. But I mean, I couldn't imagine doing this without it. Alright, very good. Well, yeah, it's sort of the same thing. SimBrief is the website where, you know, you can build all the flights, and then Navigraph has like all the maps and charts and stuff like that. Alright, so we're good there. Departure. We're not really doing a departure today. Alright, map is good. We got our map. Very slow to load in. Alright, let's go to aircraft. Let's import everything from SimBrief. Very good. Actually, let me make sure the fuel is correct. So we got 5,025. I don't know if that's correct. Hang on a second. Nah, this plane I bought in the marketplace a while ago. Yeah, this plane, yep, 5,025. And our total weight should be around 40. All right, close enough. Yeah, no, this plane I bought probably 4 or 5 months ago, maybe longer than that, actually. All right, let's make sure our flight plan was brought into the FMS. Yeah, and I think it was like 20 bucks for this plane, I want to say. All right, it's got the latest update for the AirX system, which is good. Let's go to position initialization. Now, there's not much to do with this system here. I mean, all right, flight plan. I thought I can bring the flight plan in here. Let me see here. Index. Yeah, I thought there was a way to bring it in. Maybe not. I guess there isn't. Let me refresh it and see if that'll bring it in. No, I didn't bring it in. All right, I'll type it in. All right, so we have LXGB. Yeah, I want to say it was like 20 bucks. But, I mean, you get a lot for 20 bucks, though. Like, you get like 6 versions of this airplane, and you get tons of liveries. And I mean, outside of the screens going off once or twice mid-flight, like I've really never had issues with this plane. Let me knock on some wood. All right, LPPR. All right, and Bama. All right, and then we got, all right, departure. We don't need to do anything there. What's our, so we could come back and forth and like do all this. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna look at on my tablet. That way we don't have to keep going like back and forth and stuff like that. So we have Galto, Galto. Actually, let me get our runway clearance first, because that's going to matter what our first waypoint is, actually. Let's depart. Taxi and hold short of runway 9. Okay. So runway 9 is what I need. That's good. All right. So we have Galto, Galto. Could have sworn that you used to be able to bring the flight plan into here, but I guess not. All right, Galto. Let's go to the next page. Then we have Lamad, Lamad. And we have Suvis, Sovis. And then we're supposed to have, we're supposed to be able to put an airway in. Let's see if we can do that. UT 100. Let's see if it'll take an airway. Well, I'll be damned. It takes an airway. That's awesome. All right. ORTOP. We're almost done. Sort of. All right, and we got A5. That's our next airway. So airways, like how you're getting to the waypoint is on this left side here. Like we're going direct to Lamad, we're going direct to Sovis. To get to Ortop, we're going from Sovis onto this airway here, exiting at Ortop, and then we're jumping onto this airway to get to the next waypoint, which is VFA. All right, and let's actually, so I could look this up on the flight plan on my tablet, but let's look it up here. And let me show you. So if we go to output here, let's go down a little bit. So we have, you have, the latitude, longitude, flight level, distance, ground speed, true airspeed, wind, outside air temperature, all that stuff. So let's look at VFA. And we can see VFA is north 3700, west 007. So let's pick the one that's closest to that. And that would be this first one here. And then from VFA, we're going direct to BEJ. And then next we are going direct to Magnum. We're almost done, just like 3 or 4 more of these. So Magum, M-U-G-U-M. We got W7. And we have FTM. And one more waypoint to enter, and then we can put our landing information in. All right, INBOM. Yep. All right, very good. Let's execute this. Let's go back to departure arrival. We're departing on runway 9. Let's execute that. Now let's go back to departure. go to arrival. And we're doing the runway 17. We're doing the ILS for 17. We are doing the ADNAV transition. And we're doing Able 3T. Let's click execute. All right, let's go to legs and make sure everything is kosher. So, all right, in-bomb. And from in-bomb, we're going to ab leg. So let's get rid of this discontinuity. So in this plane, I believe we need to click clear for delete and then click this line. Now click execute, and now everything is good. All right, let's go back to index. All right, we got FMS1. Let's go back to position. All right, that's fine. There's really not much else to do in this FMS. I mean, we're pretty much like all done, to be honest. Like, there's not really much else. That's really about it. That's really all you can do in this system here. So that's all done. I do want to set up one thing before we get in the air, because sometimes this can be a pain in the you know what to do. So let's go here. Let's go to top of descent calculator, and we want to get down for our landing. We want to get down to 2,400 feet. So let me plug that in here. Yeah, see, we got to use this one here. All right, backspace, 2,400. Enter. All right, very good. And we'll sync these as we go. So, all right, very good. Let's go ahead and get the rest of our airplane set up now. Let's go back to the checklist. All right, before start.
Departure briefing.
Yep, that's all done.
Complete. VHF NAV radios.
Let's turn them on.
On. VHF
Hey, what's up,
radios.
Reese? Yeah, I decided to do one more today. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to do something different besides Flight Simulator, but we'll
Brake
see.
pressure. Check above 2,500 psi. Hydraulics. All off.
Yep.
Fuel center transfer.
Let's put that on auto.
Auto. Ice detect.
Let's put that on. So this thing here stops us from turning it off.
On. Fasten seatbelt signs. On. Fuel quantity.
That's right. Classic zombie time. All right, fuel looks good.
Checked. Flight data recorder.
All right, so it's got our date, 3/17. What's our time right now? Who knows? Let's just flip a couple switches. Now, I always click this, I always click that, and I always click these. You don't have to, but this this flight recorder icon here, this will stay on until you start moving. Once you start taxiing, it'll go away. Then if you stop again, it's going to go back on.
Set. Altimeters.
Sweet, I can't wait. I'm excited. I can't wait to see what PMDG is going to do. All right, we got 3021, 1023. 3021. I wonder if I can use my mouse on this. Let me see. Oh, I sure can. That makes it so much easier. Just using the scroll wheel on that. All right, very good.
Set cross-checked. MWS GRD OP switch. Reset red light extinguished. TMS/N1/speed bugs.
All right, we got to click on this here. And let's set this for like 20 degrees.
Checked bugs set. Doors and equipment. Closed and removed.
All right, that's all done. Let's get ready to start up the engines. All right, valuation.
Beacon light.
Ooh, if they do that Falcon, that would be awesome. I'm waiting for somebody to make the Dassault Falcon or like one of the Bombardiers. I mean, that would be awesome.
Pax and APU air.
And PMDG would be like just the right company to do something like
All
that.
off.
Absolutely.
Engine anti-ice.
That would be awesome.
All 4 on. Fuel pumps. All on. TMS. Off. Engine start power. Norm. Engine start master switch. On. Start select switch. Engine 4. Engine start switch. Start. N2.
All right, 10%. Let's put some fuel on.
Engine 4 thrust lever.
I did put it on, bitch.
Fuel on. Engine indications.
Yeah, I have no idea what they're working on, but man, if they come out with a Dassault Falcon or
Start select switch.
757 would be great too. I think it's probably going to be the 757, to be honest, because I mean, like, they have so many Boeing, you know, they have all those 737s they did, so we'll see.
Engine 3. Engine start switch. Start. N2.
All right, we can take that.
10%. Engine 3 thrust lever. Fuel on. Engine indications.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Yeah, if you're wrong, yeah, that's right. Just keep on buying more shit liveries. No reason to put yourself through that, bud. It's not that big of a deal.
Stabilized. Start select switch.
Go number
Engine
2.
2. Engine start switch.
And then I always turn this off and on. And let's turn that on.
Start. N2. 10%. Engine 2 thrust lever.
I mean, the Dassault Falcon would be great too. I mean, I'm waiting for somebody to make that one of those planes. That is such a dope looking plane, man. And it's so popular and it's so expensive. Like, I would love to be able to get inside one of those and just like pretend that I'm actually like flying one of those planes. That would be so awesome. Wow, Dassault Falcon. You got me dreaming, Grease. That would be awesome.
Stabilized. Start select switch.
All right, last one.
Engine 1. Engine start switch. Start. N2.
All right, we can tick that.
10%. Engine 1 thrust lever. Fuel on. Engine indications.
The easiest way to see if this airplane's actually got the parking brake on is yellow right here. If these two lines are horizontal like that, the brake's on. When these drop off and go back to zero, the brake's off. So if you forget and you just don't want to look back here, then that's the best way to check.
Stabilized. Start power. Norm. Start selector and master. Both off. Engine anti-ice. As required. Gen 1 and Gen 4. Both on. Brake fans. Auto. English 2 and English 3 hydraulic pumps.
I always laugh when he says English.
Both on. AC pump and PTU. Auto and on. Heaters.
It's engine, not English, bro.
All on. APU air and packs. On slash as required. Engine air. Off slash as required. TMS.
All right, before I do that, let me set our barometric pressure. What is our cruising altitude tonight? Let me see here. I thought I saw 18,000 feet. Let me see here. $31,000, then 18,000, and then 32,000. What the fuck? All right, we're just going to put 25,000 in because I'm not maxing out the cruise on this. Let's just do 25,000. So this is the flight altitude here, the inner one. All right, let's do that. Let's set it a little bit higher than that. There we go. All right, what does he want? Oh, TMS 1.
On slash to mode. Transponder. Ta slash is required. Taxi lights. On. Brakes. Tested on initial roll.
All right, let's back up. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, Carinado's another really good manufacturer, like for mods and stuff like that. I really like the stuff that Carinado does for sure. All right, let's go aircraft. Let's turn off the ground power. Let's remove the chocks and the ground power. Get our back 'em up machine going. Let's get them connected. Yeah, that would be awesome. There's a lot of good manufacturers for like these planes, man. Like, well, not manufacturers, but like mod companies that make the mods. I mean, there's so many good ones. All I ask for is kind of what you asked for too. just Microsoft, just put your seal of approval on them before they release them. All right, let's release the parking brake. And let's back them up. And let's get them to make this turn here. Yeah, I hear you. I'm a big fan of the stuff that Microsoft puts their name on. I trust it a lot more than, you know, Just Flight or Red Wing, or, I mean, as time goes on, they seem to get, you know, better track records. And even at A330 last night, I mean, outside of the screens going off, I mean, it was a pretty cool plane. Yeah, they do, that's for sure. Yep. All right, we can click cancel. Put our parking brake back on. Let's get rid of this. Now we still need to put our flight directors on and all that. We'll just let the checklist do its thing, so.
Brakes. Checked yellow. Flaps. Selected and checked. Flight instruments. Checked. Flight directors.
Those are on.
On as required. Trims.
That looks okay. Yeah, I mean, it looks okay to me. It's all normal there. Oh, click the CG SMC button on the EFB to set takeoff trim. All right, I can do that. Click the CG SMC button.
Set and checked. Config.
Config. Let's see if it actually, if the parking brake makes it beep.
Tested. Cont IGN A and B. As required. Cabin.
Let me take the parking brake off and do that test again. See? No beeping. It's because of the parking brake. Alright, cabin. Oh, press the cabin call button, that's right. Cabin.
Secured. Weather radar.
Alright, let's put this on.
Cabin is secure.
As required. Landing and strobe lights.
Well, we haven't taxied yet. Alright, well, let's taxi and then we'll do that. One thing we need to do is switch this button here. Put it on our nav. That'll put us on our flight plan. The other nav is for like VOR and all that kind of stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and release the parking brake. Let's give it some juice. Yeah, that would be nice. I mean, Just Flight, I mean, This is a just flight plane. I mean, I'm very happy with this thing. I wish more planes did what this plane does, like with like hearing the pilot and the stewardesses and all that kind of stuff. And I think that adds a really good touch of realism. Yeah, that would be cool. I don't know what they're going to be. I thought we were taking off on runway 9. Yeah, runway 9. Yeah, I don't know what those planes are going to be, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what they're coming out with, that's for sure. Yeah, I hope it's big names too. I hope they're not giving like up and coming companies like their first shot. Like, oh yeah, here's your first shot. Let's here, you can make an A350. You know, you can make a Cessna Citation X. Here you go, ABC company. I know you've never, you know, you have no history with us, but go ahead. We'll let you do it. That would be shitty. Like, I would be really upset. I mean, that's why a lot of these planes have issues to begin with, is because they have so many different companies making these planes that come with the game. Like, I think anything that comes with the game, I just think it should be like maybe 1 or 2 companies. And then you have the modded section, but what comes with it, I think that should be like just 1 or 2 companies. Oh, look at that cruise ship there, that's cool. I did read that the new simulator is going to have like all new maps from Bing. Like, it's all like everything like on the ground is going to be redone, so it's going to be like refreshed, and like I'm really looking forward to seeing what that's going to look like. I hope. I mean, I'm sure they're going to do something. I just hope that, you know, like I said, I just hope that it's not like other companies that we're not familiar with. But I'm sure if Microsoft is stamping it, I'm sure, you know, like I just hope that it's not one of those situations like these AAA games, you know, that come out and it's just issue after issue and then it's unplayable. Like, I just have a big fear that something like that'll happen, but maybe I'm wrong. It just seems like every AAA game that comes out nowadays has some sort of issue. Like, major issue. Like, look what just happened with Battlefront that came out. That thing's a hot mess, man. I mean, that's crazy, like, what's going on with Battlefront. That game's been out forever. Alright, so I know after takeoff we gotta put the engine air on and turn off the packs and shit. Let me see what it says here. Alright, parking brakes on. Let's go ahead and put the lights on that they're asking for.
All on. TMS.
Oh no, not all on yet. Strobe light's not on. Takeoff mode.
Onto mode. Flight controls. Unlocked and free. MWS. Checked.
Alright, after takeoff, TMS sync, engine air on, and APU air off, and packs both on. So APU air off and engine air on. Okay. All right, let's get our chart out. Oh, we don't have a chart for this, that's right. Let's just put our map up. Hello. And I'm guessing that it says 4,000 piece our transition, so. Man, fuck that map. That thing is taking forever. Let's just leave it on here. All right, let's roll. Oh, I already owned a Vision Jet. I know they announced it. I know they announced that it's coming standard with the game. I already own it, by the way. I bought it. But maybe it'll be fixed, because that's the one plane that on FlightFX's website, one of the first documents for that plane is about the screens going out, and you should only fly the plane in areas where it's not populated. You need to turn all the detail off on the map. Like, there's a bunch of stuff you got to do to get that plane working. I'm hoping they fix it, because I don't think it's fixed just yet.
TMS set to takeoff. Power set, flex achieved. Speed alive, both sides. 80 knots cross-checked. V1, rotate. V2, positive rate of climb, gear up.
All right, let's pause this for a second so we can put the engine air on, turn the APU air off, and then
bank angle.
Oops. All right. All right, let's get this thing ready for autopilot. We got to get up to around 250 knots. Alright, PTU. Alright, this off. That off. APU stop. Alright, let's get this thing up to 250 knots. is fixed. Yeah, I'm sure that golden stamp, I'm sure all those issues will be fixed. I'd have a hard time believing that they're going to let that plane launch and have those same issues that they've been having. Now, I got to get ready to do a couple of things here. We click LNAV. We need to set our pressure. (992). All right, let's get this thing finally at 250 knots. All right, very good. IAS and autopilot on. We are good. There's the outside air temperature. Oh, there it is. Okay. So no reason for anti-ice yet. Oh yeah, the Caravel? Yeah, man. That's going to be a dope-ass plane, man. That's for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, that's going to be a super fun plane to fly, that's for sure. All right, let's put on some photogrammetry. Yeah, that Caravel, man. I've looked into that. Like ever since you started mentioning that plane, like I've done some like looking, see what it was like back in the day, man. That's a sick plane, man. That Caravel's. I hope they do a really good job with it. Alright, so we are good altitude-wise. Till we get to... Why does it give us these different altitudes here? Alright. Oh yeah, okay, we're fine until we need to start descending. Alright, I don't know why it gives us those 3 altitudes up there. That's... I'm pretty sure it has to do with the airways. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, it could be, or it could be Red Wing. Oh, look at that, man. Look at those mountains out there. That is dope. So Fair has 31,000 feet. Then Ortop is 18,000 feet. Oh yeah, absolutely. And then 32,000 feet and 18,000 feet. I really think that has to do with the airways. Because airways have a limit. You know, when you look at an airway on a VFR chart, it's like flight level 9,000 feet to unlimited. Like it's got like, where it says like, you know, flight level 5,000 feet to flight level 15,000. Like it's got their limits. All right, let's go here and let's click sync. When I first got into this plane the very first time, I thought this desired distance, I thought that was like telling me when to start descending. This is saying that if you want to get down to 2,400 feet right now, it's going to take, you know, 39 miles. So I misread it the first time. So, all right, now that we're away from an airport, it seems to be our map is working again. Doing good. We're crossing over 15,000 feet. Delta back there. And now we should be making our turn to Msfs. Yep. We got 17 miles to Msfs. Yeah, they did make the flying car, that's right. Yeah, I was just standing. I mean, who knows who's gonna make it? I'm sure you, if we did enough digging, we could probably find out. I'm sure if we went to the end of the internet and searched everywhere, we could probably find out who's making it. I love the way this plane lights up, man. It's cool looking. Especially the up top. I like how all this looks. Oh, I can probably turn those wing and the logo light off, actually. That, and smoke them if you got them. I wonder what views this thing has. Let's see. Whoa, number one is probably the best view. the first fixed drone camera view is probably the best one. You can even see the kind of the exhaust coming out, the heat coming out of the back. That's an interesting view. Huh. That's cool. That's number 7, I think. That's number 8. Keith! Oh my God! There's been a Keith sighting. I can't believe it. Oh my God. I can't believe it. What's up, Keith? see, there's because I can only go 1 through 0 on the number pad here. Let me see if it's got anything higher than, it's got 11. So 11 is just the other side. It's a ghost ship. Nobody's here. See what? Oh, you can hear the difference in the engines when you walk through the cabin. I like that. That is really cool how Just Flight did that. And I like how you can walk through the whole cabin in this airplane. Listen at the engines. I'll stop talking. I like that, how you can hear the difference in the engines. That thing is dope, man. I woke up this morning and I was like, self, I think I'm gonna do something tonight. Maybe Keith will stop by. Sir. No, that thing, when it shoots by like that, so I have it set up with my keyboard to be able to go to the drone camera, and then I can go back between the cockpit and stuff like that. But every once in a while, I'll hit the button to go back into the cockpit, and it doesn't go back in the cockpit. It just does that. Yeah, exactly. Just like in real life. I've never heard that on any other airplane before. That is so cool. Now, when we level off, the one thing, this doesn't have any kind of auto throttle, so when we level off, we need to put this in target mode, and then we need to play with the engines to keep ourselves at like 280 knots, somewhere in that area. That's a pretty good speed for cruising. I believe you. I just, I'm not familiar with like being able to really go through their cabins. I don't think on the 737 I can go through the cabin. Maybe on the DC-6 you can. I don't remember to be honest. Alright, let's make sure this thing actually levels off where it's supposed to. I've had this happen before where it doesn't actually level off where it's supposed to. So we're going to be over the water until we get to Faro, Spain, I think it is. I don't remember if that's Spain or not, actually. Let me see. It might be Portugal. Portugal, okay. Yeah, Faro, Portugal. I thought about doing a flight to there, but it was like 29 minutes, and I'm like, eh. Alright, altitude didn't click, so let's click it. Okay, I'll try it next time. I just, I couldn't get past the doors before on some of those planes. Alright, let's click target and sync. So when you click sync, control N1, so the N1 speed, and master is 1, that's engine number 1. And now we just have to play with the throttle to keep ourselves at like no more than about 280, 290, somewhere in that area. Anything more than that, we risk overspeeding. Oh yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to catch that. Oh, I can catch it. Sometimes that drone camera, you can't catch up to the airplane. Yeah, that's right. It's cool, man. I I don't recall too many planes having that sound difference like that. It's dope, man. I like that. I did. Oh, that's cool. 3D modeling. Yeah. I used to. Long time ago, I was a engineer in a recording studio. So I would like work like the huge mixing board and do all that. And it was like, you know, it was cool how you could like pan different noises. So like if, you know, like I play drums, and when you go from one side of the drum set to the other, how you can pan it so it goes from like left to right, and how you can do all that kind of stuff like with the guitars. Like it's really cool how you can like direct sound and stuff like that. I think that's really cool. Oh shit, we're getting ready to overspeed. Let's pull back on our throttle a bit. There we go, we're starting to. Let's give it a little more juice. I think we're getting there now. .3D modeling, man, that's pretty dope, man. I imagine you do like all that on the computer nowadays. Like I'm stupid. Like I know about that kind of stuff. Like I don't know if it's like if you're like working with like actual like material and building 3D stuff that way, and then like scanning it and putting it into like a computer system, or if everything is just done on the computer nowadays. I sell life insurance, so I'm kind of dumb when it comes to that kind of stuff. I could probably understand the basic gist of it, but like other than that, I don't know. You gotta be real smart to do that kind of stuff. You know, like mechanical engineering and electrical engineering and 3D modeling and all that kind of stuff. All right, we're making our turn to Tudis right now, I believe. Let's go back in the cabin and double check. Oh, we're making our turn to Ortop. Okay. So Ortop, and then we turn to FDFA, which is Faro, Portugal, and that's where we go. That's where we start going back over land. Looks like our engine speed is pretty good right now. We may have to pull it back a little bit. I got it set up for F2 and F3 on my keyboard. Got a nice cheap keyboard and mouse on Amazon for like 20 bucks, man. It's awesome. It's like one of these like light up keyboards and it's got little. Sometimes I use a wireless mouse. Tonight I'm not. I'm using the mouse that came with it. Sometimes I use a wireless mouse. I mean, there's 2 USB ports on the back of the Xbox, so I might as well use them both. Yeah, you can pick my brain anytime. I still play drums when I can. I just, I had to switch careers a few years back, like 5 years ago. I wound up getting full custody of both my kids back like 8 years ago. And I wound up having to switch careers. And because of that, I lost a lot of money. So I wound up having to sell my drum set. So I'm working to getting another one. I already know which one I'm getting. I just need to get enough money together for it. But I played professionally for a lot of years. I have some music with some of the bands I was in. Well, one of the bands, we still have music on iTunes and Amazon and like YouTube music and all that. But yeah, man, I love playing drums. But yeah, recording drums, it's it's a big thing because I mean, you have you have a lot of noise all around the area. You got cymbals, you got pedals pedals moving. You have the drums itself. So there's a lot of, you got to really have the right mic, for the situation. Oh, that's dope, man. Well, happy birthday. But yeah, that's cool, man. I'm still looking at kind of what I want to get. Like I definitely want to get a yoke, but like I'm trying to find one that I can use for like every aircraft. And I don't know if it's one like where I can use both hands or if it's just going to be like a joystick type thing. But I definitely am getting tired of using like my thumb on the left thumbstick to like control the airplane, like for takeoff and landing. It's difficult, man, just using your thumb. Especially like last night, man, that A330, that was a really heavy plane to take off, man. Like I could feel it like when I was pulling back on the yoke, but I want a yoke actually like to use. So I don't really have all the money that I for it yet, but I'm close. I'm very close to having the money to make a decision on what I want to get. So until then, I'm still researching, but yeah, I think that's definitely a game changer when you have the right kind of equipment like that. Like I'm telling you, like if I didn't have a keyboard and mouse, like I didn't have a keyboard for the longest time, and I'm not sure why I was so reluctant and hesitant to get a keyboard for this, but having a keyboard is a game changer, man. It makes certain things so much easier. All right, looks like we're turning towards Faro. I don't trust the autopilot, so I'm going to come back in here when I see the airplane starting to turn. Looks like we're turning towards Faro. Yep. I don't think you were on the stream yet tonight when I was talking about doing a restart. And I was like, if Grease was here right now, he'd be proud of me because I'm getting ready to do a restart. No, I started tonight in the airplane, and then I went out of the airplane to like show everybody the different liveries and stuff like that. But yeah, I do a lot of restarts at times. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. I didn't realize it had like flap information. Let me see how I can put this away. Oh, I can just move that. Okay. Oh shit. We're getting ready to overspeed. Yeah. Yeah, man. I was looking at stuff. It was like $500 for like just the yokes. I'm like, that's crazy, man. All right, so flaps. I never knew it had the flap information there. That's pretty dope. Oh, look, it's got takeoff for N1 and N2, target, max continuous. That is pretty cool. I like that. I never really looked behind a tablet before. So 200 is the first setting for flaps, and then it goes down 30, 10, and then 20. I hear you. Simple and clean is a good way to be. These engines are so hard to keep at a regular speed, man. Are you talking about me? Oh yeah, by the way, I see that there's some people in here, man. Frank's not on here tonight to enforce this shit, so I'm gonna have to do it. So I'm gonna have to grip for just a second, but you need to subscribe and click the like button. Even if you don't feel like doing it, just do it. It's kind of like I won't say nothing to anybody, so like if you do it, I won't say anything. You'll just see me smile. But if you want me to make better landings, the more subscribers I get and the more likes I get, the better my landings will be. And the less restarts I'll do. But yeah, man, are you trying to say something about me, Grease, about all the airplanes I buy? You trying to say something about me? I do buy a lot of airplanes. I know you're not talking about me. I'm just messing around. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy that to the extent that some people go to feed their flight sim addiction. Like I've seen some people that actually built like actual cockpits like in their house. Like don't get me wrong, that shit is awesome. Like I think it's well, thanks, Keith. I appreciate it. I know Pittsburgh's got some good subs. I love me some subs from Pittsburgh. Yeah, I mean, like, I haven't gotten to the point where like I've been buying gear, but I do buy a lot of airplanes. But yeah, I've seen some people that get like there was one guy I saw that he had like an actual like 737 cockpit like set up in his house. He had like 4 or 5 computers, like running everything, and like these huge monitors and TVs, like to make it look like actual windows and shit. Like, yeah, it's crazy. Like how many thousand? And I saw one guy that had like an A10 Warthog deal set up where the chair actually like moved like with his like the joystick movement. I want to say the guy was like in Scandinavia somewhere, or like Belgium, or he was somewhere over like North Europe, Scandinavia, I think. But I think it's great. I think it's awesome. Like if you have, you know, an extra $30,000 to $50,000, you just want to sink into a simulator, more power to you. Most of the time, I don't have an extra $30 to $50, so. We got 26 miles to VFA, and we should start descending. Let me look at the. Let me see where the chart says we should start descending. Air and scroll down here. So it says that, yeah, see, Farah, they want us at 18,000 feet, then back up to 32,000 feet. That's crazy. So we should be, by the time we get to Fatima, uh-oh, we're getting ready to overspeed. So by the time we get to Fatima, we should be at 25,000 feet, then N-bomb, we should be at... Alright, well, let's pull up our... We have a little bit of time before all that stuff. So let's get our arrival chart going. I hear you. Unadulterated. That's a good word. Alright, we have Able 3T. And we have... This is our transition for our landing. Alright, so Able we need to be just over 11,000 feet. Okay, alright, let's put that away for now. And let's come back here. So we have Faro and Beja, BEJ, and then Magum, and then after Magum we need to get to 24,000 feet, and then 18,000, so that's, I guess that's the top of our descent. Usually it says TOD. Right, here's TOD right here. Okay, so they want us at 18,000 feet for M-bomb. Yeah, I remember you telling me before, like, you bought, like, every single thing. I still don't know how you can sell that account. I guess you just, like, I mean, I understand the money exchange part of it, but, like, as far as the account itself, I guess you just give him the username and the password and just let him do his thing. I mean, I guess that's, like, what you would do, but then he would have, like, access to your email and all that. I don't know how that whole thing works, but, you know, if it makes you happy, it's all good. Yeah, see, I don't get this. So at Adleg they say 18,000 feet, but that's really close to our arrival. I mean, we got 4, 11 miles, 31 miles, and 48 miles from Adleg to here. Oh, okay, well that makes sense. Alright. Very cool. I was like, I wonder how he did that, man. Like, now the guy has access to his email and all that. Yeah, like, I don't want to be at 18,000 feet at Adleg. I want to be at 11,000 feet. I want to be able to look at the ground. Like, I want to see some shit. I want to see some ground stuff. Alright, so N-bomb. How long is it going to take us to get down to... Oh, that's not bad. Oh yeah, here we go, 71 miles. Huh. I've been around a long time. I've never once thought about doing that kind of stuff. That's pretty cool. There we go, so about 100 miles. So, We got 67 miles from VFA to BEJ and 66 miles from BEJ to Magnum. Nah, we got more than 70 miles to go, man. Oh yeah, no, this top of descent, this thing shows us how long it'll take to get to that altitude here. So right now, it would take 101 miles to get down to 2,400 feet. Now we got quite a bit more to go. So inbound we should be at 18, and then we have 44. I gotta do some quick math. You know that 2 plus 2 is 4, minus 1 is 3. Quick math. Okay. I never even thought about doing that, to be honest. That's kind of interesting. All right, so if we need, well, I'm more worried about getting down to 18,000 feet. I think, or actually 11,000 feet. Let me plug that in for 11,000 feet. Sorry, I'm trying to do a lot of math in my head right now. Let's do this for 11,000 feet. Okay, so we need about 65, 70 miles. So we have 44 there and 22. That's 22 and 44 is 66. So I would say 10 miles before FTM, we're going to start descending. I get it. Yeah, like flipping cars. I get that. I just never thought about doing something like that before. That's interesting. You know, I never thought about like buying somebody else's account or selling my account with all my games, you know. All right, so 10 miles before FTM is where we're going to start descending. Descending in this airplane is interesting. So what I typically do is I will pull the throttle back until we get to about 250 knots, and then I'll click the IAS button, and then just try to keep it at 250 on the way down. You can also use this. You can put it in VS mode if you want and use this pitch trim control to move it up or down. But a lot of times what happens is when you're in VS mode, you know, the vertical speed mode right here, and then you use that toggle switch, usually it knocks you out of VS mode again. And then once you get to the right angle here, you know, the right vertical feet per minute, then you got to click that VS again. So you can use that slider to choose, you know, your ascent or descent, and then just click VS at that point. But you definitely have to play with the throttles in order to get the right angle. So, all right, we got 30 miles left to BEJ, then 66 to Magnum, and then 30 to FTM, and then 10 miles before FTM is where we're. So we still got like about, I guess, about 80 miles of cruise left, I would think. Right? I'm not sure what juice you're talking about, bro, but sometimes the juice ain't worth it. Sometimes the juice ain't worth it. think that's a really cool angle of the plane. Yeah, I understand. I understand what you're saying, Grease. I got you. I understand. I just never, like I said, I just never thought about actually doing something like that before. But it's an interesting concept to do. Like, find somebody. Like, I wouldn't even know where to like look for somebody like that, or if I was going to sell an account. Like if I was going to sell my PS4 account, I probably have like 100 games on my PS4 account. She is a sexy bird. And we're gonna get that soft, buttery touchdown tonight with this here bird. This here mini 747 bird. Yeah, I probably have like 100 games on my PS4 account. I have about 30 actual games here, like on disc, and I own like another 100 probably. I mean, I had that PS4. I mean, I bought the PS4 as soon as it came out, and I played that exclusively until I got the Xbox 5 or 6 months ago, whatever it was. I probably could sell for good money, but I'm not that hard up for money at this point. I kind of, you know, there's times where I still want to go back and play those games sometimes, so. But if I'm ever in a pinch and I need money, I could probably sell that thing for, I don't know, I mean, with 100 games, what, maybe $1,000 maybe? Figure maybe 20 bucks a game, maybe 1,000. Maybe $1,000, $1,500 maybe. Figure 15 to 20 bucks a game maybe. Yeah, if I'm ever in a pinch for money, I'm gonna do that. That's for sure. You know, especially like if I had 100 games on Xbox, I don't think I would do it. Because a lot of those games were backwards compatible and stuff. PlayStation, I don't think a lot of these games are backwards compatible. I don't think. Manta de Aviola. Manta de Aviola. So we got about 60-some miles to Magum. Amazing how many like lights there are in Portugal. Like I never thought Portugal was like very densely populated, but I guess I'm wrong. I thought it was like a few major cities and then like maybe some smaller cities. But like this almost looks like you're flying over like the east coast of America. What's going on here? start getting nervous sometimes when I see the plane wobbling, but I'm like, oh man, is the autopilot off? It is beautiful, that's for sure. Ice detected. That's interesting. We have ice at -20 Celsius. Thought that was a little too cold for ice, but I guess not. You're as cold as ice. You're willing to sacrifice our love. All right, let me get the landing information together here. Just say no. Or would you like me to be an enabler? Be like, oh, you could buy just one. One's not going to hurt you. Focus on flight time modes. We have 109.9. You could buy just one. One's not going to hurt you. Did I say 109.1? Oh, 0.9. Yeah, you could buy just one. One's not going to hurt you. Yeah, man, if you haven't been buying stuff and you're okay with that, man, just don't buy any more stuff. Alright, so we got that set. And our course, our delicious last course tonight is 171. Jesus Christ. All I did was just activate the cursor mode. You see the plane bouncing around? I'm glad I don't have to do that too often. Man, that was scary. Plane's moving. I don't know if it's supposed to be doing that or not. Oh yeah, it is, okay. Alright, very good. So that's done. It'd be nice if you could pin these charts, but, you know, whatever. Wishful thinking, right? Oh, that's not what we're doing. We're doing able. What is our chart? 10-2F. And ATR is a fun plane. Yeah, I have the ATR, man. That is a really cool plane to fly. So it looks like Magnum. I think Magnum's up here. Yeah, Magnum should be right around here. You say it like Russian. You say, I have ATR. All right, I just wanted to go back and forth again, man. I think that is so awesome, the sound difference. I think that's one of the coolest things I've ever seen in this game. Friends, don't let friends fly with dirty ass mega Karens, by the way. And you know what? I've been on this flight the whole time. I haven't picked on her yet. We gotta pick on her hands. Because she got the dirtiest hands I've ever seen on a co-pilot. Oh, mega Karen. Oh, them dirty hands. Like she been like, I don't know what she been doing. She got some, look at that fingernail, man. Look at that point on them things. Golly, man. She picked her nose, man. Look how sharp that shit is, man. That's a weapon. Yeah, she needs to get a file. She need to file them nails down, girl. What she doing, girl? You need to file them nails down. Right, bitch, I'm talking about you. She did, man. She came out of that zombie grave that over where you live, Grease. Jumped out of that grave. Jumped right into the airplane. Alright, our decision height tonight. Let's see what our decision height is. Approach. We have 100 feet. Turn towards FTM, which means we're getting ready to start descending here pretty soon. Oh, we're getting ready to overspeed again. Let's pull our throttle back just a little bit. See out that dirty ass green. Hell no, man. I ain't touching her hands with them fucking. She got them razor blades at the end of her. She got like Edward Scissorhand fingertips, man. She is lethal. Hell no, we gonna be best friends. I'm never gonna say another bad thing about Mega Karen. I'm sorry, about Peggy. For the rest of the time we're in this airplane tonight, me and Peggy are like this, like peanut butter and jelly. All right. 22 plus 44 is 66. Oops, we're really slowing down. Let me speed up again. Let's program in 11,000 feet. Let's arm that. Actually, we won't arm it. We'll leave this alone for now. We are going to start descending here in about 7 miles. Oh, you know, we never did something. You know, oh, I did put it in target. Never mind. I was like, hey man, we've been doing this flight the whole time. I never like put it in target mode. I did. Cabin pressure looked okay. Let me turn off the anti-ice again. Get the message that pops up again, then we'll go ahead and put it back on. All right, let's start slowing down. And let's arm that altitude. And let's start pushing the... Now use my mouse and the wheel. Oh, that is beautiful. I never knew I could use the mouse and the wheel to do this, to angle us down. That is a beautiful thing. All right, let's keep on going down a bit. Let's put descent power on. Angle down a little bit more. There we go. Now let's click VS. Bring up our descent checklist. Actually, let's do IAS mode, actually. Let's do that instead. That's easier to manage, because then we just need to manage the engine. Alright, PTU1. Briefing and speed bugs. We're in icing range again. Let's put all that on again. Fasten your seatbelts.
Seatbelt restriction. Please attention seatbelt.
And let's click our chart here for our speed bugs for landing. Right, we got a nice descent going now. Pressurization, we'll set that as we go down. I guess we can move it a little bit now. Let's put continuous A and B on, continuous relight. And I believe our transition is at 4,000. Yeah, 4,000 feet. Let's get our METAR information. And now let's go on the chart. Yeah, IAS mode seems to be the way to go with descending in this airplane, I think. It just seems to be, VS mode seems to be too much trouble. Always playing with that pitch button, and at least for me, you can do what you want. I'm gonna do what I want. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm gonna do what I want. Sound like one of my kids. I'm 15, Dad. I can do what I want. Shut the fuck up. Get out of my house. That's what you can do. Well, talk that big talk. Better be able to back up that big talk. You can shut the fuck up. Get out of my house. Go get a job. Start contributing instead of eating all the damn food. Teenagers are, and I'm just messing around, but teenagers are expensive, man. Oh, good. I thought the autopilot was kicking off. I was like, no, autopilot, we've been doing so good tonight. Don't do me like that, autopilot. I thought we were friends. Now, we could probably slow our descent down a little bit, so let's increase our engine speed just a little bit. Just a touch. And, alright, so that's the active one. Now, I'm gonna flip him to ILS. I'm gonna flip Karen to navigation mode. She's gonna be on lookout for our landing. Does it work? Yep, it works. Okay. Yeah, she's going to be on for our landing. So we flip it down the nav here. We can leave the flight director on, but once she picks up that frequency, this will start flipping. All right, and then after. Then we have we have about 37 miles to get down to 4,000 feet. So that's 7, 21. So we got a little bit of time. Probably stay descending like this, actually. But I think we'll probably need to be a little slower, probably around 230 knots, I would think. It's a little bumpy out here today. I was tempted to turn off real weather, but I'm not going to puss out. I'm not going to puss out. Alright, approach, seatbelts, yeah, APU on, brake fans, auto. Brake fans should already be on auto. Let's see here. Yep, they're on auto. I have my speakers off. Good job, Karen. I mean, Peggy. Alright, let's, we can put the seatbelts on now, I guess. Oh, they're already on. Alright, we don't need radio altitude. Anti-ice as required. Let's see what our temperature is now. So we're right around freezing. Alright. The only thing we gotta do, I think, when we start making that turn towards the runway is just put the APU on, and then for landing, we need to turn the engine air off and put the APU air back on. And put the the AC pump on auto. That's right next to the PTU. AC pump. Pump it up. I'm hoping to land like this again tonight, like I did last night. But by the time we get close to the ground, like, as long as I've done everything correct up until that point, like, I don't really care if it crashed during landing. Like, I want to be able to look outside and look at stuff. Like, that to me is a lot of the fun of the game. The new simulator, when it comes out for 2024, I believe is going to have some sort of instant replay feature, which I certainly hope it does have. Because then, like Aerofly, we can just sit in the airplane afterwards and just kind of like, you know, watch the flight, watch some of the flight. I don't need the whole flight. I really just want to watch the landing again, or like part of the takeoff, like, and just sit and like, I don't know. It's just, that's part of the thing I like most about this simulator is like the visual stuff, the sounds and all that. Like, I don't always want to be flying the plane. I want to be like passenger too sometimes, you know? All right, let's set 4,000 feet per hour next. Our next trick. Let's go here. Let's type this in. And let's change this to 1,200 feet. That's a little closer to what will be happening, I think. So we need about 30 miles. There's our plane. So I think once we cross into Ableg, then we'll start descending down to 4,000 feet. Lights off. Okay. We could do that. Oh, another airplane. Is that airplane or is that... Oh, that is airplanes, I think. Wow, there's a lot of airplanes out here tonight. I see 3. Now, I don't have the ATC turned on, obviously. That's why we don't see anything popping up. Otherwise, they probably would be telling us about traffic in our area. Alright, let's start our descent down to 4,000 feet. Let's reduce some engine speed. Jesus, airplane, come on now. Alright, if you looked over on the right, you can see Mega, Karen, Peggy. The ILS started showing up now. It says we're about 28 miles away from the ILS. I guess this is kind of considered the, well, I don't really think it's considered the approach when you're still doing the arrival. We'll wait to turn the APU and all that on. Reduce our speed a little bit so we can descend a little bit quicker. One thing I would like them to change, if they do wind up putting this plane standard with the simulator coming up, I would like to see better control of the throttle in this airplane. Because a lot of times I'll push the throttle back, it goes back, and then it goes right back up again. Oh, that sucks. I wonder why. I wonder why they canceled it. That really sucks. Alright, let's put on wing lights, logo lights. Let's put the APU back on. Brake pan's already on auto. Anti-ice, I'll probably turn off. Fuel panel's already taken care of. We'll warn the cabin as we start making our turn. What is our temperature outside? We'll probably turn off the anti-ice now, actually. Whoa! Heading bug down to around 171. Wow. That's crazy. You know, I've been seeing on like Reddit and some other places that there's a fair amount of people think that Microsoft 2024 is not going to be coming out until after the Expo. Like a lot of people think it's going to come out like like after the Expo later in the year. I really hope that's not the case. I mean, to be honest, I don't really care when it comes out. I just want it to be, I want it to work properly when it does come out. That's like my biggest hope. Like, I just want the stuff to work properly. If that means that we need to wait a little bit longer, then, you know, so be it. Alright, we can't put flaps down until 200. Yeah, right. EXO right in June. So that's what I'm saying. Like, people won't think it's going to be coming out until, like, after that. Alright, so landing, I think the only thing we need to turn on the AC pump and then switch the air from engine back to APU, and that's about it. So once we get set up on the landing on the ILS, then we'll switch the AC pump back on, which is up here. And then we'll come over here, turn the port engine air off, and then put the APU air back on. It'd be nice if we could, like, somehow turn the cabin lights down. Maybe that'll be a thing they could do too. Like, give us a control we can do on the keyboard or something like that to turn the lights down in this mode. Alright, we're just about at 4,000 feet, which gives us time to start slowing down. For the love of people, you guys really think you love a guy like me? Always turning on the top of the day. In the boxers and the briefs, I'm a 12-ounce steak. Hey-yo. Hey-yo. Alright, outside air looks good. Let's reduce our cabin pressure a little bit again. Put on some landing lights. Let's tell the cabin crew to get ready for landing.
Cabin crew, please take your seats away.
We'll let the autopilot make this turn for us, then we'll activate the ILS mode. Thank you, sweetheart. Thanks for letting us know. landing speed looks like 119. 119-ish. Oh yeah, we gotta set the pressure outside. What are we looking at here? 3018. Once we make this final turn, we'll go into heading mode. We do need to set this to 2400. That's our glide scope capture point. Now, right as we're making that turn, I'm going to put us in heading mode, and then flip some switches to put us in ILS mode. Alright, let's put the, no, we don't need to do that yet. Never mind. Alright, let's put flaps down. Our first set of flaps. Alright, let's go into heading mode. Let's switch our nav source. And let's click
Localizer armed.
and glide slope mode.
Localizer captured. Glide slope armed.
Alright, let's turn on APU air.
Glide slope captured.
Alright, glide slope captured. And actually, we're going to do something kind of daring tonight. Let's just sit out here. Actually, let me make sure okay, the gear is down. Make sure the gear was down. Yep, E2. besides the battery. Yeah. I was a little worried. Just, it's been a while since I flew this plane. Yeah, it is kind of loud. If you want me to turn it down, I'll turn it down. I'm not really sure how far out we are. I'm just kind of looking at the altitude. Because we need to land around 120 knots, and I still have one more setting of flaps to go. Oh, you know what we got to do? We should probably put this back in takeoff mode. Oh, I guess we can't. Oh, that's interesting. Never mind. It does. It sounds pretty cool. won't let me, it won't let me choose a gate. That sucks. So I'm guessing that was pretty cool, man. Just sitting there watching that thing land. I like that. Alright, let's do after landing, flaps up. Alright, we'll turn the flight directors off when we get landed. Yep. I can't wait for the new sim to come out when we can like do that shit all the time and just do it on instant replay and just sit there. Be awesome. I'm not worried about turning the plane off. I just want to hear him say, like, I want him to release the crew and all that stuff. If this plane had like some of those realistic settings, then I would worry about turning it off, but everything goes back to, you know, to nominal after, you know, each time you start this plane. Can very faintly hear people in the cabin. I think that's pretty cool. All right, let's release the cabin crew. Oops, there we go. Thought the parking brake was on.
The cabin crew have been released to begin their service. But please note that the seatbelt sign is still on. Cabin crew, doors to manual and cross-check.
That's cool, man. All right, very good. I'm not worried about turning off the airplane. We just got to do the opposite of what we did before. Right, right. That's right. Quick, grab your bags from the above thing, and man, just stand up in your seat and get ready to leave. So, all right, that's about it. That's about it for the airplane show tonight. That was a pretty damn good flight, man. I'm glad we did that one. That was fun. I like me some of that Bay 46, man. That's a pretty fun plane to fly. So tomorrow's Sunday. It's a good chance I'll be on tomorrow night. I don't know for sure what I'm going to do yet. There's a chance I might do like something other than the flight simulator since it's Sunday night. I tried doing that before. You know, where I didn't play the flight simulator on Sunday night, so I might do that tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know what the next one's going to be. I got so many planes to choose from. I have no idea. I haven't flown the Piper Meridian in a while. We still got the Comanche. I got the Beechcraft 18. You know, I got the ATR. We got Dreamliner. We got the A300. We got the PC-12. You're welcome, Keith, man. That's right. Do what Keith said. Hit that like and subscribe on your way out. But there's a good chance I might do some Planet Coaster tomorrow night, maybe, or some Red Dead 2, or I don't know, train simulator maybe. So I don't see, or I might just do another flight. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe there'll be a brand new plane out tomorrow, and I'll just have to get it. I just have to get it. Yeah. Maybe I could do the 747 or the A310. Could probably do something like that. So if you got some ideas, just hit up in the comments, and I'll check it out. Or the DC-3. The only problem I have with the DC-3 is that the gyroscope doesn't work for lateral movements. So I'd have to fly the plane pretty much manually the whole time. I just tested it out yesterday. So that's the only problem I have with the DC-3 at this point. It seems to work for like pitch hold and, climbing and descending, but for some reason the gyroscope doesn't work when you turn it for side to side movement. So I don't know. Maybe the DC-3. But I still have the Stratoliner too. I haven't flown in a while. I still have to do a redemption flight on the Constellation. Like I got some stuff. We got some stuff to do. So anyway, that's about it. I'll see you tomorrow one way or the other. I just don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'll definitely be on tomorrow night around probably 7. I would say around 7 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. It's Sunday night. So yeah, I'll buy every single. Well, actually, there's another plane I want to get, and it's from Flight FX. And but Flight FX with that G2 that I bought, the Vision Jet, like I'm really leery about getting that. They have this little Honda jet that I like, but I'm really scared about getting it because on their website it has the same downloaded material that you can download for the screens as well with that plane. So I don't really want to do anything with Flight FX, but that is a plane that I really want to get, but I'm very scared about getting it. So I've been looking at those Captain Sim 767s. Like he's been out, those planes have been out for a long time. I've never bought one. Maybe I'll buy one of those and we'll try it out and see what it's like. I don't know. I mean, the A330 wasn't bad last night. That was a pretty fun flight. But I don't know. I've never really been a fan of what Captain Sim has done, so that's why I haven't bought one yet. But I don't know. If there's one on sale for like 10 or 15 bucks, maybe I'll get it. So, anyways, I'm gonna head out here. I'm gonna go eat some dinner finally, and then I have a guest coming over tomorrow that's working with my son. Yeah, I know they're trash. I know, but it's a new plane, so it's a new plane for me. But anyways, I'm gonna log off here. But yeah, we'll definitely do something tomorrow night for sure. 7 o'clock East Coast time. It's up to you to figure out what that time zone is where you live. But where I live, it's gonna be 7 o'clock. Right around 7, I'll be on. So yeah, I know. I'm with you, Grease. That's why I haven't bought one of his planes yet. But I really want to fly a 767, but I don't really want to waste money either. So, I mean, I haven't bought it yet. There's a very good chance I'm never going to buy one. But no, it's really just the base plane, and that's about it. So, anyways, I will see y'all tomorrow. Hit subscribe, hit that like button. Like I said, the landings do get better the more subscribers I get. It's an amazing equation that happens. Subscribers equals and likes equal more buttery landings. So I will see y'all tomorrow, my friends, over the beautiful skies of Mother Earth. Until then, this is Greg signing.